AgMIP site. It's about, what, a week old. Or it's a redesigned site. It's all based on WordPress. We have areas that we need to keep fresh. And at Columbia University, we now have somebody hired as a content manager, which is wonderful because that's her job, is to keep this site fresh and force all the scientists to give fresh data constantly so that we can keep this up to date. Every time you look at it, we should have something new, depending on how often you look at it. So what's really of interest here is the, let's see, it's under integrated assessments. Go to South Asia. Each one of your teams has a space here. Okay, so I'll just go to the Sri Lanka team. I'm not absolutely certain what we're going to see here, Carolyn. Maybe nothing? Okay, here it is. So this is some information that we had, just a brief summary of your project. Okay, but this space is available for you to start presenting results. This is the public face of AgMIP. Okay, so this is what the stakeholders are going to see. This is what the public taxpayers of Britain who paid for your research project are going to see. So this is where we want everything to look very polished and professional. But this is your space to help. This is where you can do that. Carolyn, what else about the public site should I show? Okay, good. So we'll go under resources, we can go to publications. We're using a rough-base database for this. Oh, I haven't even seen this format before. This is nice. Okay, so what we've got here now are, I think we've got 15 or so publications in here, maybe more. These are all AgMIP related publications. So as you produce publications, we want to load them into our rough-base database so they're searchable. We also want to be able to provide PDFs. If the author gives permission, we are allowed to disseminate that information. So those would have to come from you. Let's just pick this one. This is the report of the North American Regional Workshop, which we have. It's not a journal article, but it is referenced, and if somebody wanted to go there, presumably, do we have a PDF here? Or? Okay.
We do have it. It's going to be up.
So we should be able to put that in theory. Yeah, okay, so we do. We have a PDF that you can download of the file. I'm learning this too. This is all very, very new. So from this workshop, we'll have a report that will eventually go into this database too. Make it available. You can do things like search on an author's name. And up comes all the publications that Ansel is an author of. Even 2 pages, so he's been busy. Okay. So, yeah, so look, we need to keep this fresh, and you all need to help us do that. So when you have publications that are relevant to AgMIP, please send them in. Okay, we should have, yeah. It says right up at the top, submissions to the AgMIP Publications Database are welcome. Please send me publications@agmip.org. So it's really easy to do that. Okay, so we'll go back home, which takes us back to the publications page. We have a link to our protocols. here's a link. This might be a good segue if we're ready to leave this site. Okay, so here's a link to our research portal. And this, as opposed to the public page, which is really where we want to present a polished summary of our results, this is where the researchers can informally provide documentation of their models. We have discussion forums where you can just get a lively discussion going without sending constant emails back and forth. We've got a wiki that we can use to describe our methods. We've got download pages. I'm going to show you the IT page because that's where I have been working, and so I'm most familiar with it. Go to the wiki. And so we've got the IT folks that are here might be really interested in going here and seeing what we've been doing and why we're doing it and how we document it. There's some information here on our development workshops that we've had, on our development protocols. You know, what kind of methods do we use? How do we communicate with each other through our software? The translator development. You know, if you wanted to create a new translator, this would tell you how to get started. Documentation of the tools we have. There's information in here on the dome. If you're, you know, for the crop modelers, if you want to see how those functions that we applied through the dome work, you can look at that right here. We've got it all documented. Okay, let's look at the root distribution function. Okay, so the root distribution function, we have inputs of the maximum value that's found at the top of the soil, which for a root distribution would be 1, but you could also apply this function to other variables like organic carbon, where you might have, you know, a percent carbon at the top of the soil. Then you give it the depth of the topsoil, okay, so that maximum value is constant through that topsoil depth. And then you have an exponential decay through this depth of RD. So if you look at the function, it looks something like that, okay? Where the depth of topsoil is this, the maximum, I don't know what we used, but somewhere, I think it was 180, and then we have this exponential decay. So that's how that function works. Okay? There, I mean, this is the logic of the code, so it's a very simple function, but that's how it works. So at any rate, that's how we use our wiki. We keep it up to date. We use this all the time in the IT team. Loads of data here, and there's more every day. I'm not logged in, but that's something else everybody should see. Let me go back. To use this is a secure site. We have spaces set up for the different teams. We have spaces set up for the different research project teams. But to use it, you need to create a sign-in. So you go to the sign up, fill in your information, choose your own password, sign up. Now you're part of the AgMIP community. Okay? Once you've signed up, every time you go to the site, you can log in. Remember your password. Okay, and now when I go back to the IT team, there's more here. I can see the form and the downloads. So you have to be a member of the team to see that stuff. Okay, so the wiki anybody can see, anybody in the world, but now that I'm signed in, I can contribute to the wiki. Okay, as a member of the IT team, I'm allowed to change the wiki and add content. Okay? If you are not a member of the IT team, but you want to be, well, let me go to another site that I am not a member of. Like, for instance, South Asia.
So this is, there are two things.
Pakistan team. I'm not, okay, so I can request to join this AgMIP community. Okay, and that will send an email to the leader of the Pakistan community, which we haven't designated a leader. So that's one thing we really need to do, is establish who is going to be the leader. And I don't mean the PI of the team necessarily. I mean the person who has responsibility for adding members to this. So it might be an IT member, it might be the PI, if that person wants that role. So once I request to join this AgMIP community, it's going to send an email to them, and they're going to say, okay, yeah, I know her, she's okay, I'll let her onto my team. So that's our way of protecting your space so you don't get random people in there messing up your wiki.
So just we have because we will be using it.
So yeah, that's really important that everybody here sign on to this site, and so that you can start using it. And once you do that, you'll be able to use the forum. Actually, I'm signed in, and I'm a administrator, so I've got access to all of this stuff. But most people that are here will not be able to see the forum or the downloads unless they're a member. Okay, so we'll be sending out an email to request that each one of your teams actually designate a leader such that we can get this going and start using it on a regular basis. Okay, that's about all I have to say. Are there any questions? Really more.
Questions are from phone. That's a virtual questions.
Okay, so
Yes,
okay.
person in the back. Let's get a
You can see here. So what we will be looking at now, certainly we are not competing with each other, but the only thing is we are looking at the best synergies to bring out best approaches to provide a better coordination and the collaboration. And few of you actually discussed, I think you Ash, am I right? Like we need to have a kind of social networking platform. And Geeta just pointed out, like maybe can we have some forums, or maybe if I can ask the question and how do I get a response, the same thing. This is most what we are seeing on the Facebook or the LinkedIn. So now we will be having an AgMIP, but more or less we will follow the similar principles. But what we do, we will look at that one as an agricultural modeling as an AgMIP project, so virtual knowledge networks. So that facilitates the knowledge transfers among and across the region, among and across the teams, and also within the teams. So what it's going to work out, it will provide us a profile. Maybe you can have your blog, and also you can write your blog. And you can also contribute to the community. So far we have created just 4 communities, not even 4 to 10, which was only 3. That's okay, it's a prototype, just to get an idea, okay? And what we will be having here, we are going to have 8 different communities, thought models, and economic models, and the climate modeling community, and also IT modeling community. When you click here, and you get a wall here, and also you have different options. And if you click on the wall, and maybe you can post something like, I have a question. And if you share, the question appears here on the wall. Maybe even after the logging out also you can see, like directly what is there in the community. Where did we post the top model? No. Climate scenarios. We have the top model. See, this, I have a question, like whoever in the community, they can post a question here, and at the same time they can see all the communication happening, all the conversation. So the idea here is like why we have this common sharing platform. If I have a specific question, not only from the team, and also other team members can provide a solution. That may be a small question, sometimes that may be an idea. And other than that, we do have the individual profile features. Can you explain we are doing. See, just we set up this one in 2 days time to get a prototype, and we are going to work on that one. Then we will be getting onto the server and get it ready in a week or 10 days time.
Good evening to all. So in this new portal, we have two different space. First is the personal space for the user, and the second is the community space for the user. So when there is a link is called My Stuff. My Stuff means whatever we have created and whatever content is available in my profile, that will be available on this under My Stuff. So this is the wall. Again, this is my personal wall. Whatever we are writing here, my means other user who is connected with us, with me, they can see my wall statement, wall status. On the wall, yes, same Facebook wall, we can update also images as well as video. Whatever means the data means we have, directly we can update to the wall here. Moreover, we have a blog. So we have logging through AgMIP. We are going to log in as a simple user. So this is my stuff. Whatever we have posted on the wall, that is what. And if something is like pending through means some comments or some means whatever data is means pending in my profile, that we can get it from here, my unread. Also in the third thing, my blog is there. So just I have written a blog like AgMIP meeting at Colombo. So only what group photo is there on the blog. So here user may write their own blog. We have events. Events is like another feature for this AgMIP website where we can create events. It's only sample data is there. So here to create new events, we can create a number of events, and these all information is shareable to all means all users. This all users may share the same information. Then we have a community. Community is we have whatever users that are registered with the AgMIP, they can share their information here. Like this community name is like crop model. When we are going to register with this AgMIP website, we need to follow some particular community. Like there are now 4 communities available on this website AgMIP. So when we are going to register, so at least one community we must follow. Like we are following, this is JSIN and request membership. We are not a member of, I am not a member of this community. I have sent a request to the admin. So when admin will approve me, then I can come in this community, and then I can use the write on the wall as well as on the discussion also. Here it is showing like join. I need to join this community. Again, climate scenario, I need to join. Information. I am a member of this information technology only. So only I am a member of this community. So here it is showing like create new discussion. I can create a new discussion here among all users who is registered with this community. And my membership is here, and it is showing 5 members are the member of this community. Also, somebody has started a discussion like impact of ICT in agriculture. So whatever discussion we would like to start here, directly we can write here, and whatever users are registered with this community, they can exchange information to each other. And here, this is the wall. And whatever means we would like to share here, directly we can write. So this is the means like common platform for all users who can have a discussion between all users, and they may write wall. So there is there are two different walls are available here. One wall that is available under community, and another wall that is available on the under profile. So that is available under profile, which is mandate only for the users. And here wall, whatever we are writing under wall means all community members see your our wall status. And this, and here also we can start like a discussion. Suppose you would like to start a particular discussion about a particular subject. Directly we can write here.
How many passwords we need to write it here? One is you need to register for AgMIP, one you need to register for our first profile, one you need to go to a particular community.
User needs only one password.
We can have a single sign on it. Just this is like we are going to have multiple platforms, and we will be bringing everything.
So what is the method of why we need to register to different community?
No, we don't need to do that.
If he is to have a member of this community, so we need to just send a request to the admin. If we do not want to member of particular community, no problem.
Yeah, the only thing is like maybe
That is optional.
Why not be I member of each and everyone when I am a member of AgMIP?
no. See, the idea of having these different communities, you may not be interested in climate modeling, or you may not be interested in IT. If you are interested, you can member of all the 4 communities. Few people, they may be interested in specific communities that follow only the discussions of the community. Otherwise, you will be loaded with information in your email, because this also reaches your email box, because that actually alerts you there is a new posting or new message. You go back and look it on your website. Okay?
Actually, I'm going to jump in here, and pardon me for doing so, but I think this is a really great example that AgMIP is a learning by doing community. The IT activity that we've seen here is a prototype, and what you can see is there's a lot of interesting and really rich ideas here, some of which are redundant with the website that you already saw, that is the one that we put together for the AgMIP website officially. And so I think the thing to take away from this kind of example is there's things here that we may want to implement. There are things here that are redundant with the other site that we've just seen. This is not intended to confuse you and make you sign up with 14 different passwords for all of these things. This is an example of the learning by doing, maybe an ensemble approach to web development. Anyway, so yes, it's great. We have a lot of creative people, a lot of good ideas. Let's take a look at what the things are that this community has put together and what we want to adopt into our overall strategy. We are not going to have 6 different websites. We will have one website with a unifying theme, one login, the tools that you want. And then within pages, you can actually develop special things for your community if you wish to do so. But we do have, not regulations, but sort of standards, so that it's not confusing when you come onto a website and too many different identities or no styles that are consistent. The things are, it's great to be creative, it's great to have new ideas, and it's great to share them and put them out, and it's good to have questions. But then we take from this the things we want to integrate, we integrate them. The other things we have to leave because we can't have too much complexity and too much issues with how you interact with information technology. So I'll apologize for just jumping in.
No, that's fine, Caroline. That's what we need to look at.
Yeah. Okay, that's my comment. Thank you very much.
And the one thing is, like, even don't ask me again, like, do I need to again have one more login? These are the ideas what we are discussing. This is a workshop. And whatever best would work, we will accept them and look it into an integrated platform. Okay? This is only for a communication purpose, and other than that, we've been discussing about the trainings and workshops. Okay? And the trainings and workshops, mostly we have the face-to-face and the on-site trainings and the workshops, which we would like to have. But in most of the cases, what happens, this is a great thing, but it's an expensive and also lacks follow-up mechanism. So we can have this one, at the same time, we need to have some kind of follow-up mechanism in the virtual platforms. We are putting together, in fact, we are using our existing platform. This is like an Agate open courseware. It covers various courses, like online courses of ICRUSAT. And we do host several organization courses also here at FAO and other organization courses on various topics. We would like to have AgMIP one section, and we can have these courses here. You can just, like maybe this is almost like a virtual kind of classroom environment. Maybe you just need to log in here, the similar thing, what you see in a classroom, and here a discussion forum and everything. As you go on to this one, you will get more detail. But this is more like the virtual classroom, and there are 3 different kind of users here. One is administrators, who are almost like a school or college administrators, and the others are instructors, who can create the courses, and the others are learners, users, or the students. A learner can be upgraded as an instructor to create the courses once they finish the course. For example, if you complete your economic modeling course, then you are comfortable to create a new courses in the particular topic. Otherwise, you would like to share any modeling course or anything you would like to bring up, you can create that one. Otherwise, you can act like a trainer in your specific region and continuously engage your team members. This is one platform we can discuss in a more detailed way. And the other thing, somebody asked, like maybe where do we see these training, the videos or the PPTs and everything. This is one way. Maybe we use this one as a virtual knowledge series platform for ICRUSAT. And in a similar way, we are going to develop one for AgMIP. What essentially it does, you can see the videos. If there are no presentations available, maybe let me go for this one. Meantime, maybe I can do this. And other than that, maybe we can also have the PPT come. Let me see if anything is available with the PPT. Yeah, here is a PPT. Can you see? Here is a video and here is a PPT. You can look at the PPT and also video. This is not a new thing, but what we will be doing for this group, that's one thing. And we can have all these things. And other than that, we are also bringing up various publications. You have shown that, Cheryl, maybe that's the same thing, but what content management system we will be using. Just one. And it's completely an open source platform, what we will use for our open access repository. And this is only for an open access repository to bring all the publications of the AgMIP. We have this one, and we would like to have it for the AgMIP. Maybe you can have the searches order-wise. And also maybe we can have a featured AgMIP scientist to encourage them to contribute the publications and everything which is relevant to the AgMIP project. When you have this order, you can have an order-wise search, and maybe you can see all the authors of the AgMIP here, maybe even across the globe. And other than that, you can also see the subject-wise, maybe the top modeling, the IT, maybe even the Epson or anything. Like that, we can look at that one. And we can also see the download statistics, how the people are using. You get the citations, if your article gets downloaded, you can see the number of downloads for your article. That actually encourages you to keep contributing this platform. At the same way, maybe we have the data management platform also. The idea is we would like to bring out all these tools together, maybe otherwise how do we can integrate to the AgMIP main website to best use of this kind of ideas, to better enable these knowledge transfers, and also see the better coordination and communication.
Any other questions or comments or discussion?
These are not clear, otherwise very clear.
I think the challenge is to see how to integrate it coordinate. So while in our next few days together, or our next 2 days together, if you and your team and Cheryl can really get together a lot, and Carolyn very much needs to be part of those discussions as well, to see how we can create the whole around these great efforts.
So maybe immediately after this one, you can see, usually we see the workshop proceedings, maybe you will get this kind of a URL. For example, we have this 40th anniversary symposium. In a similar way, we can have one, like maybe the kickoff workshop, we can see the session-wise, the presentations, PPTs, and the questions here. You can access that.
Thank you, Dilip. So the three of you in particular will get together in the next 2 days to see how we can integrate all this great stuff that's going on.